morning, Lauren Howman here, coming to you today from the car on the way to work, and we're talking about food boredom and food happiness, I think. I don't know what to call it. So I was chatting with a friend the other day via text, and she was letting me know that she just gets really bored with a plant-based, whole food, plant-based diet, and that she can't seem to stick to one plan. And the key word she said was that she got bored. And I think that we all struggle with this. Whatever diet you're on, whatever path you're taking for better health, as far as fasting or low carb or restricted calorie or paleo or whatever you're doing, I think we all feel restricted by our food choices in any given diet plan or program. And what I told her is that what I think is true for everybody, and me saying this doesn't mean I don't struggle with it, I'm just saying that I recognize it, is that you don't need to have fun with your food. That's how you got big in the first place, okay? So how do you think I got big? Well, because food is pleasurable and it's good, and some of it has all these chemicals and additives that make them addictive, and they turn on your pleasure receptors in your brain. So that's how you got to the size you are in the first place. So if we want to reverse your size and get you back down to a trim, slim, more natural state for your body, we need to take the pleasure out of food somewhat. I mean, you don't have to eat things that you hate, that you can't stand, but by no means do you need to sit down to a meal every time and be super stoked about it. Sometimes eating is just to eat and just to fuel yourself and fill yourself up with fuel and nutrition. It doesn't always have to be a big pleasure event. So through fasting, you'll find that your taste buds change a little bit, or even if you do like a vegan diet, or if you do, any kind of diet, you'll find that you're more willing to try new things as time goes on, because you're looking for more variety and you're looking for more pleasure, honestly. And you know what that's called? Food addiction. We are all addicted to food. If you are overweight or obese, you have a food addiction, or you would not be the size that you are. That is not to be mean to anybody, but I'm sitting in the same boat. So when I talk about you, I'm talking about me over here trying to lose all this dang weight. So I have got to stop saying the word but whatever, y'all are gonna have to get over it. Anyway, so you're trying to lose weight. This is not gonna be fun. Right now I'm on day 2 of a water fast. I just started over after having Easter dinner. And Easter dinner for me was a boatload of vegetables from the veggie tray and some nuts and avocado that I brought, and a couple strawberries and a couple pieces of fruit from the fruit tray. And so not exactly pleasurable. There was cheesy potatoes there were hamburgers and hot dogs. There were a lot better things that I could have had, but I wasn't concerned with it, because what I find more pleasure in now that I've been on this journey for a while, I find more pleasure in losing weight and looking better. So there is a huge trade-off. Trade one pleasure for another. And guess what? The happiness that you find from losing weight is almost just as addictive. It really is, because you start to feel really good about yourself. You're seeing the changes. You're seeing that your waistline is shrinking. You're feeling good. You have all this energy. And it's all because you're not putting a bunch of crap in your mouth that tastes good for 2 minutes, but then lands on your hips or your stomach and makes you sluggish and gives you bowel issues and all sorts of other stuff like that. So there is a perfect trade-off, and it is called better health. So I don't think that you need to be excited about your food choices every day. I think if you have a special occasion, then go ahead and get massively excited and eat some really good food. We've talked about this before. If you have a big event coming up, don't skimp on the food. But if it's not going to make a difference in how the event went for you, how you felt about the event, then eat what's healthy and eat what's going to keep you in ketosis and eat what's going to make you feel good. So I could tell you right now that if I went to a wedding or I went to a birthday party and I ate all the good food, I'd be very happy at the time, and then later on I would feel like doo-doo because it makes you feel bad. It just doesn't make you feel good. And I'm not talking about emotionally, I'm talking about physically. So I don't think that you have to be excited about your food choices all the time. I don't think you should be eating food that you hate. Like, for instance, one person, I follow the Snake Diet website just for motivation, and I don't really follow the diet per se, but I do pick up little tidbits and use it when I feel that it would work well for me. But one of the people who lost like 75 pounds in 5 months, I think, she would fast for 72 hours, and then her refeeds would be hot peppers, like the pepperoncinos that you, I don't even know how to say that word, anyway, that you get out of a jar that are like soaked in the juice, and also pickles, and that's what she would refeed on. Well, that would make me want to just end my life, okay? That sounds disgusting to me. I hate pickles, so I'm not going to do that. But I can find foods that I like that don't sound off the pleasure alarms and make me want to go on a binge. So even though I've been doing this for almost 4 months, I still have food issues, and I'm still easy to set off on a binge. And we learned that one thing that will set me off on a binge is wine. And I did that on Friday of last week, and that's what landed the big bowl of Cheetos in my lap that I scarfed down and knocked me out of ketosis. So we all have food addiction, we all have food issues. So when you are fasting, or when you're doing a lifestyle in which you're trying to lose weight, stay away from your trigger foods that are going to make you binge eat or overeat or go off of your path. So even if wine is okay in small amounts, because it's not going to knock you out of ketosis for long, or if at all, if you're eating a ketogenic diet, the wine for me triggered me to eat things that will definitely knock you out of ketosis. So I know this is kind of a roundabout way to say it, but the point is, you don't have to be happy with your food choices 100% of the time. You can dial back on your pleasure center, which is going to help you get healthier faster, and it's going to help you not binge eat and continue to do all the things that have gotten you to the place that you are now. So for me, when I refeed, I like to eat a salad or nuts, and I can kind of binge on the salad, honestly, because I can make it so big that I just keep eating and eating and eating. So I have to be careful with that even, because I like to feel full, and I like that feeling when I eat, which is terrible because usually by the time you're full, your body still takes a couple minutes to catch up and send you that signal, so then you've overeaten and now you're stuffed. So that's what happens to me if I'm not careful, even with a salad. I don't have to fret about it because an hour later I feel okay, but just to show you that I still have food issues as well. So I am not coming at you ever to say, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's definitely a we. It's definitely we. So anyway, that's it for today. I am off to work. I have to stop and get gas because I'm running on About E. And I also have to stop and get some Epsom salt from CVS because I'm going to try the new Snake Diet snake juice today. And snake juice is just a saltwater solution that Cole Robinson, the creator of the Snake Diet, recommends that you sip on all day instead of drinking plain water because it replaces the electrolytes really well. So the original Snake Diet juice, I didn't like. It was way too concentrated, and even when I would try to dumb it down and water it down a lot, I just still didn't like it. But I wanted to try it again because people with the Snake Diet juice do really well with their weight loss, and so I wanted to give it a try, and I'm always game to try something once. And if I don't use the Epsom salts in my snake juice, then I'll use it for my feet anyway to soak, so it's not a waste of money. And we gotta get gas because we never fill the gas tank until we have to, and I get in trouble for that. My husband will get in my car, which is pretty much the family vehicle on the weekends, and he's like, he just does not, he cannot wrap his brain around the fact that I will pretty much ride until the wheels fall off with the gas tank. And I kind of always feel like, oh, you've got a little bit more time, you'll be fine. So let me go do that before I truly do run out of gas. Gosh, I hate that. I've got to stop saying that word. Somebody help me. All right, guys, I hope everybody has a good day. I'll be back tomorrow with another tip, trick, or rant, or just monologue that goes on and on. Bye, guys.